So, you've just been approved for a new rental property, and now it's time to sign up for the lease. Most leases in New South Wales are in the form of a standard residential tenancy agreement. This agreement is a legal document and it looks like this. Be cautious if you are offered a property without a standard residential tenancy agreement. It is important to ensure your rights are covered by tenancy law. Prior to signing the standard residential tenancy agreement, which we'll now refer to as the lease or lease agreement, you will be asked to pay a bond. Call Homes New South Wales on 1800 422 322 and ask if you're eligible for Rent Start, which helps you pay for the bond and rent in advance. If eligible, start the Rent Start application process, even if you don't have an approved address. This must be applied for before you sign the lease. A bond is normally the amount of money you would pay for 4 weeks' rent. For example, if your rent is $400 a week, your bond will be $1,600, which is 4 lots of 400. The landlord cannot ask you for more than 4 weeks of bond. So what is a bond? This money is held for the duration of the tenancy and covers things such as damages made to the property by the tenant. The bond is held by New South Wales Fair Trading. You pay this money directly to Fair Trading. Your property agent or self-managing landlord must be registered with Rental Bonds Online and offer this service to you as the first option to lodge your rental bond. You can also ask for a paper-based lodgement form if you prefer. Once you have an account, you can self-manage your information and make bond claims using Rental Bonds Online. Fair Trading will send you a deposit notice and rental bond number. If you don't get a deposit notice sent to you, follow up with Fair Trading to check the bond was lodged by the landlord. For more information, see tenants.org.au/resources/bond. Landlords or real estate agents will also ask you to pay 2 weeks' rent in advance at the time of signing a lease. Bond plus rent in advance is equal to 6 weeks' rent. Get receipts for any payments you make. Generally, the lease agreement and all other documents will be provided and completed at sign-up. Look out for special conditions listed in the lease agreement, especially if you have pets. So who signs the lease? The landlord and you, the tenant, will sign the lease. At sign-up, the landlord or real estate agent must provide you with a tenant information statement. This statement has important information in it. It's a good idea to carefully read it in full and save it in case you need to look at it again later on. They should also provide you with a copy of the signed tenancy agreement and the condition report for the property completed by the landlord or agent, and a copy of the bylaws if the property is in a strata scheme. When you get the lease document, it is important that you read it and understand what it says before you sign it, since it is a legal document. If there is something you don't understand, ask questions. The property condition report details the condition of all rooms and surfaces in the property. The report will usually include photos of the property, things like walls, floors, cupboards and bench tops. The tenant must complete the report and add any comments required and return the report to the real estate agent. Once the lease agreement is signed by both parties, you'll be given a copy of the signed lease agreement. Each tenant on the lease will be given a key for the property, along with a property condition report and photos. Before you move out and start unpacking the boxes, it is important to complete your side of the condition report. Carefully check every room and make notes on the condition report. For example, check for stains on the carpet, marks on the wall, check the oven works and if it's clean, check for mold and anything that is broken. It is a good idea to take photos and send these in with the report so that it records the date the photos were taken. The condition report must be returned to the landlord within 7 days. Keep a copy of the report and photos in a safe place. This could be important at the end of your tenancy when claiming your bond back. Moving day is just around the corner. Are you ready? Let's make sure everything's in place. First, get electricity and gas connected before you move in. You don't want to spend the first night without any electricity. Don't forget to update your address. Notify the post office, your bank, internet provider, and any subscriptions you have. It's also a good idea to inform your employer and any other important contacts. Label your boxes clearly to make unpacking easier. And now it is time to enjoy your new rental and be part of your new community. This video has been produced as a guide for people looking to rent a property by Northern Rivers Housing and is based on information current at the time of production. Please see links to useful websites in the comments section below or contact Fair Trading New South Wales.